morning, I am Srilekha, Department of Chemistry. Today I am going to talk about on the topics of DD based video on is determination of mixture of acid by using a conductivity methods in the formation of a 5 different types with the
Myself Diksha from EC department. Today we are going to see the DT video based on SNS innovation of 5 phases of design thinking way, which are empathy, define, edit, prototype and testing. Further detailing my friends will explain. My role is to explain the empathy part. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feeling, thought and experience of the other person.
My topic is to explain about the define. Define part tells the clear innovation of the problem statement given.
Myself Subarna, I am going to say about ideate. Generate lots of ideas, define judgments of high weight materials, vegan options, smart storage.
So on the prototype and testing based on this experiment, we are going to test the sample by using in the formation of an analysis method. So now the mixture of acid by using a conductivity experiments, here we are using the mixture of acids. The acids can be combined in the formation of two solutions. So here the purine solution which is explained in the formation of what is the purine solution we explained? Sodium hydroxide we are using as in the purine solution. And what is the pipette solution? Mixture of acids. So 2 or more acids we are going to mix in the solutions. And what is the conductivity we are using in this? Conductivity meter. So at the room temperature we are maintaining the temperature at a 25-degree temperature, and we are using as a purine solution in the formation of sodium hydroxide, and the pipette solution we are taking as a mixture of acid with 20 ml in the conical flask, and again we are dilute the solution. We have to add the 20 ml of distilled water into the beaker. So within this mixture of the solution we are going to identify how the ions can be decreases by using in the formation of the ions with weak base and the strong acids. So here the weak base and the strong acid is a major role to play in this conductivity experiments. So here the conductivity digital meter can be introduced into this sample solutions by using the conductivity cell. So cell which has in the 0.1 meter which applied in this to develop a potential, and it ignores the weak bases and the strong acids by using in the solutions. So here by using the 1 ml of the sodium hydroxide solution into this beaker, we have to stir with this solution, and the solution will be decreases by using the complex decreases from the ions. So here the solution which will have the HCl and the acetic acid CH3COOH, when the HCl develops the potential has a H plus and Cl minus ions, and the acetic acid which develops the potential by using a CH3 plus and COOH minus. So the acid group decreases from the solution by using in the formation of 1 ml of sodium hydroxide. So here while adding the 1 ml of sodium hydroxide solution into the beaker, the digital will decreases the ions in the solution, and it will gives a value of from 1 to 0 to 1.53 or 2.53 likewise. So again we have to add this, again 1 ml of sodium hydroxide while adding into the solution. The H plus ion will decreases to in the formation of a minus value. So the H has a weak acid from the formation of a mixture of acids. So here the H plus ions concentration, the first base 2 decreases, the values gradually decreases, and whenever the gradually decreases the solution in the mixture of acids, there will be the H and Cl minus ions can be decreases slowly at the middle of the reaction. So from the middle of the reaction we have to take this graph value to the midpoint values, and again from adding the 1 ml of the sodium hydroxide solution into this beaker, the CH3 groups again displaces as a C and H group, though the COOH group also it will ionizes the solution as a CO plus and OH minus group. So the hydroxide group and the CO group, carbon monoxide, it will displaces from the water samples, and it splits the ions into the decreases value. So gradually decreases the values from point twice to a plus degree values, and from these values we have to plot the graph by using the values from volume of sodium hydroxide to this and the del with conductivity cell. So by plotting these values from to we will get this L-shaped graph with this by plotting these two intersection of these lines by using the L wave structure formation from the graph. The L structure will have the midpoint from this point A, and this second graph from this midpoint from the point B can be intersection from these values. So from these two midpoint of the values we have to plot from this graph, that is the formula of normality of the sodium hydroxide which have V1N1 by V2. So here we will already discussed about the normality of a sodium hydroxide is a 0.02 solution. So we have to prepare the solution for 0.02 normality within this 1 ml of 100 ml to a sodium hydroxide solutions. So the solution preparation with this experiment can be estimated by using in the formation of 0.02 normality of sodium hydroxide. So the point A and the point B has the values from A value should be within the from below 10 and the B value should be a appropriate point from the midpoint to the above 10. So within the values, the first graph with the V1 N1 by V2, we have to N2 value from the point A value can be directly substituted from this reactions. And from this B value, from this calculation of acetic acid, we have the formula of V1 N1 by V2. From this also we have the normality. From the first value of HCl, we have to find out this strength of sodium hydroxide. So from the strength of sodium hydroxide, we have to plot the value of 0.01012 N normality. So from these values, we have to decimal the points from to a next CHP acidic group formations. So we have to find out the values from B minus A from the graph value. From B minus A graph value, what is the answer we are getting? We have to substitute in this V1 N1 and the strength of sodium hydroxide is something approximately to 0.02 N approximately and divided by the 24 is the formula of solution. So by using this multiply of these two equations and divide by 20, we will get the final value of what is the strength of normality we are using in this acetic acid and what is the solution we are doing in this from the experiment of sodium hydroxide and HCl and the acetic acid. So by combining these two solutions in this experiment, we are going to identify how this mixture of acids can be identified in the formation of weak acid, which is the weak acid and which is the weak base acid, how to find out the reactions. Thank you.